So our supporters of I Smoke Hip Hop Live wanted us to talk about a viral video of Sheduer Sanders and Angel Reese. Let's talk about it. So in the video here, Sheduer walks past Angel Reese and he doesn't notice her, and everybody said he dismissed her and she was thirsty.
Check out. Angel Reese will check back in. And again, we're watching Angel. 4 points, 6 rebounds, 9 straight double-double.
A steal leads to a 3-on-1 fast break opportunity. Allen to give off to Reese. Shortchanged the opportunity.
I've been broke so many times, I don't want to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas best up on my...
Now, I want to start off the video with preference by letting you guys know about what actually happened in the video. Things can look like a blur when it's put on that camera and it doesn't have any context to it. We have to remember that part. Now, we know the beautiful WNBA player is a great athlete at that. But even more than just being an athlete, she's an ambassador for beauty, fashion, and so many other things, because this lady is a beauty. And when I say beauty, I thoroughly mean that. So I'm going to explain why people are pretending that Sheduer actually trashed Angel, he dismissed her, because a lot of people who don't like Angel used it to defect who she really is. So let's look at the video one more time to see why people are jumping out the way to diminish what Angel is, because a lot of the people who are talking bad about Angel and saying that Sheduer dismissed her, they're the very same people who don't like Sheduer. In fact, they can't stand Sheduer and Angel Reese the same way. So let's break the video down without doing too much. So if you look at the video, Sheduer walks in the sideline during the Super Bowl media run, and he has his channel as well. That's why he was over there. You can see him engage with his cell phone and look back up as he passed Angel. Now, what's disingenuous about people, they're claiming that he purposely looked down and bypassed Angel, looking at him as some sort of form of diss. But if you notice in the video with full context, Angel didn't even say a word to Sheduer. If she really wanted his attention and make him come over to her, she would have said Sheduer, Sheduer. She didn't say any of the obvious because she knows what's going on. It's Super Bowl weekend, prior to the game at that time, that is. We know Eagles won and they beat Kansas, but this was where the magnitude of things were so large. If you had a press pass, you were allowed to be there. Sheduer has a press pass because his two legendary show he has with Overtime, and one of his guys, no pun related to Dion, but I forgot the Sanders guy's name who's not related to Dion. They were doing a show, guys. He's clearly getting tons and tons of phone call. You can see him look at his phone, look up for a little bit, and look back at his phone. And right when he was passing Angel, he looked back up. Now, you're probably going to tell me he doesn't like Angel. He deliberately dismissed her. But I'm going to show you a video all the way back in July of last year, which he spoke great credence to how much he likes Angel Reese.
Sure. I cover Chicago sports, and I feel like if there's one athlete who can understand what you go through day to day and all the outside pressures, it's Angel Reese. And I know you know her a little bit. Have you been impressed watching how she's kind of handled so much being thrown at her these last few months?
Yeah, no, I like how she handles a lot of, majority of her stuff. I like how she handles. She do a good job. She's taking advantage of, the situation that she's in, and I'm excited and I'm proud of her for that.
You see, the haters are always going to hate. They're going to come with a lot of negative press towards Sheduer and Angel Reese. Don't forget that both Sheduer and Angel have been through the same magnitude of hate towards, let's just be honest, mayonnaise community. Of course, you got the Hispanics, the Latinos and whatnot, but majority of the people who don't like these two come from a certain community of mayonnaise. Hold my sandwich. Let's don't forget that. I mean, Angel got bigger hate when McDonald's made her be part of the team and gave her her own Angel special meal. Mayonnaise dudes were out of control. What I meant by mayonnaise dudes were out of control, they actually went out their way to purchase the Angel McDonald meal only to throw it in the garbage, which we don't believe they really threw the meal in the garbage, but they wanted to get out a segment of hate that we don't like her at all costs. Look at some of the buffoons and how they behave towards our women and our men. Listen, ever since Angel spoke upon what happened during Jill Biden trying to award Iowa team as a competitive we're here champion trophy, meaning that, look, you guys didn't win, but you look like my granddaughters and I love you girls more than I love the LSU team. Come on my side. And it just broke rank.
For their incredible tournament run.
So I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do. So, you know, we'll have LSU come. But you know what? I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they played such a good game. So, right? So winners and losers, that's sportsmanship. That's good sportsmanship.
Now, Sleepy's Joe wife, she actually caused a stir that hit national headlines everywhere, because never in the history of sports and the White House inviting the champion winners have ever the losing team got invited. But that lets you know the racial tendencies that existed because the LSU woman won. The real winners who almost got chosen over Caitlin Clark.
Listen to this. First Lady Jill Biden causing another big debate on social media after the LSU National Championship win over Iowa.
The First Lady wants the Tigers and Iowa to come to the White House. She says both teams played so hard and they should both be invited to meet the president. But many fans are saying, Angel Reese called the suggestion a joke on Twitter. Congressman Troy Carter chiming in overnight, calling it an unintentional swipe at LSU, and says the Louisiana champion should enjoy the winner's circle alone. Now, head coach Kim Mulkey says that she would go to the White House if the team is invited.
And yes, Angel spoke on it and she called it a joke, but this is what Angel Reese had to say about the nonsense with our so-called First Lady. She is not first class at all.
Same. If we were to lose, we would not be getting invited to the White House. And I remember she made a comment about both teams should be invited because it was sportsmanship. And I'm like, are you saying that because of what I did? And what, like, that stuff like that, it bothers me, because you are a woman at the end of the day. You're supposed to be standing behind us before anything. So it's hard to see things like that and not to comment back on it. But
Angel goes a little bit deeper about the conversation right here, and she touched up on key points that I see even the men are afraid to admit in front of a national public. So that's another thing about Angel. She's brazen, she's strong, and she's not afraid to tippy-toe the line and says what needs to be said.
A lot of phone calls, and that's why she wants to come out and apologize. But at the same time,
The damage is
I
done.
don't accept I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't accept the apology because of you said what you
Jill
said.
Biden.
Yeah.
First
the
lady.
the wife,
First lady.
yeah.
You said what
First
you
lady.
said and you meant what
I
you
said what I said, and like you can't go back on certain things that you say. I mean, you felt like they should have came because of sportsmanship, right? They can have that spot. Like, we'll go to the Obamas. We'll see, I'm gonna see Michelle. I'm gonna see Barack.
Hold on. So did you guys speak to the First Lady?
No, apparently she was supposed to come to our locker room before the game, but we said no.
Before the game?
Yeah, she was supposed to come to our locker room and go to Iowa's locker room. I don't know if she talked to them. I don't know if she did, but we said we didn't want to. We didn't want her coming
Why?
to the locker room. I think Joe Biden had put somebody else to win the national championship. He didn't even put us on his bracket to get out of Baton Rouge. So I was like, bet.
Jill Biden, you are a joke in every way, just like your kind.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
See, the black man has to be proud, Nick. Remember, you come from a nation of kings and queens.
Why do you like Buckwheat so much?
'Cause he's funny. He makes me laugh. Why does everybody hate him?
We don't hate him, we just hate what he represents.
What's wrong with that?
Well, in Buckwheat's time, that was the only image you saw of a black person. A stereotype is when you believe that a whole group of people behave a certain way. In Buckwheat's time, the stereotype was that all black people were lazy and ignorant.
That's not true.
I know it's not, but those were the only roles black actors were allowed to play.
I remember with the little rascal. And it was so tame. But in real life, I was an actor named William Thomas Jr. Some people say I set a bad example, but that's how a black person had to act. If you wanted to get a job in the movies, there were great actors like Hattie McDade, Lincoln Perry, and Willie Best, who always had to play the same roles. Butterfly McQueen got so tired of playing stereotypes, she stopped acting. We had a run, but I hope we made it easier for all the black actors who came after us. Thank you.
This episode is dedicated to Lincoln Perry, Hattie McDaniel, Willie Best, Butterfly McQueen, William Thomas Jr., and all the other black actors whose talent and genius were never fully acknowledged and appreciated. They paved the way for all of us.
To make matters worse, a lot of grown men and grown women, they stuck the code to be against Angel Reese. No wonder they tried to make Sheduer look like he was saying something negative to Angel. These are the same people who really looked at it as a race thing. Even the likes of scrub NBA player who was a dude boy for LeBron James, Kevin Love. Kevin Love would go to an Angel Reese's Twitter post to denigrate her and disrespect her when she's merely minding her own business and talking about what she wants to be. She wants to be a billionaire. She wants to help people out. You would think Kevin would either, I hope you do so, young lady, or mind his own business. He's going to get involved and really roast her. So here's Angel Reese minding her own business, telling people about her life goals and dream, and only for Kevin Love to come under the comment, I think this was on Instagram, to disrespect the young lady. I'm gonna go ahead and take the under. Wow. And I bet a lot of you guys are thinking, bless one, this ain't real. It was Photoshop. Bless one, Kevin Hart is a good dude. He's one of the family members of the Beach Boys. Everybody go surfing, surfing clan. Hey, you catch what I said. But here's Kevin Love. He's going to double down on it and respond again to Angel. Yup, that's your boy right there, Kevin Love. Look at what he says, bro. I know you melanated people think liberal is good for you, but most liberal folks hate your guts way more than the left, or the right. I don't care which, left, right, you are black to them.
Attitude. Now walk off.
This lady, Angel Reese, she's done tremendously well as a rookie, and she still got attacked by the same mayonnaise community who I warned Angel about. No matter what she does, when she graduates from LSU, it's going to get worse. They are going to follow her with hate for life. Angel is a good woman. She listens to advice and she takes advice. If you look at this picture here, she's actually being formidable and nice towards the people who didn't even like her. Who's that in the picture? That's Angel Reese hugging sleepy Joe Biden, his wife Joe Biden, after she kind of threw a jab and a diss towards Angel. Look, I'm not just going to tell you Angel is a good woman. Look at her on her podcast, speaking of WNBA legend and Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie. And she doesn't just talk to Lisa Leslie and chase the clout, chase the wave. She talks to Lisa Leslie in a respectable big sister, little sister way and asks the the WNBA legend for advice on what can she do and learn. Because Angel is not what the mayonnaise people who says about her all these negative things. She's a woman who's willing to learn from mistakes or even from things to enhance her better prowess in the skill she plays, which is basketball.
Going into my season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're going to fix that.
Yeah.
That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improved. Like, the fact that you be snatching that ball from them girls, I'll be cracking up like, oh, she got another one. Like, I love the fact that you are like putting so much pressure on them defensively, and just the idea that you want to get better. Like,
Yeah.
I love that. And again, I didn't know you well, just talking to you and just giving you like some love, but then hearing you like, yes, I want to learn, I want to work hard, I want to be better. Like, that is just like, my heart melted, because I'm like, wow, you know, it could be just like, okay, come in here. Maybe she's serious, maybe she's not. But for me to hear from you and see that you're like, yes, I want you to work with me. Like, I want you to help me. I want to get better. That's what it's about. The fact that you already have that attitude, you're going to get better, and I can help you get better. I'm positive.
Look, guys, as I said before, Sheduer Sanders come from a well-to-do off family, but I'm not talking about the income, the money and financial gains they had. Just a great, normal, traditional American family, teaching great values, morals, and how to properly have the right mannerisms to speak to other people. And that young man was clearly busy that day. The NFL Super Bowl is going on. There's a lot of hooplas, lights, glitz, gleams, and I'm pretty sure he got a hold of that, and he talked to Angel already. They're good, guys. And Angel, being a young woman who, I dare to say, defeated supremacy, mayonnaise supremacy, and when mayonnaise supremacy couldn't handle it, they do what they do best: throw tick for tags, jab people, and they attack men, women, elderly, and children. They have no code of ethics properly. They don't know how to be traditional men and women. They just yap all day. I hope this video actually did best for the people who are willing to learn from this video, because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't like us no matter what we do. I had a heart-to-heart talk with Angel. My heart-to-heart talk was on YouTube, and it was letting Angel know during her junior year at LSU, winning that championship, I told her brace herself and get ready for it. See, these group of people who don't like you, they're monsters, and they're the worst kind of animals you'll ever have to face. These people are so-called professionals, doctors, and all that, but they're wicked and evil will always try to pull you away no matter what you do. I love you, Queen. I like my king too, Sheduer. Ignore the hooplas that goes on in the internet world, because it's the same crap also in the real world. So you just got to mentally log off and deal with what you have to deal with. Look, I'm telling you guys, with this sports thing, it's going to be deeper than football, bigger than football. And with Angel, listen, baby girl, it's bigger than basketball, it's deeper than basketball. And I think you know that well than any of us, because you are absolutely strong to deal with these type of mayonnaise people, hold my sandwich, and still conduct yourself as a beautiful young woman. Kudos to you, Angel Reese. I'm your guy, DJ Blessed One, the best one. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed. Boy, they don't like me at all, because we speak truth over here. The scripture tells you the Most High is the only thing that's the highest, not a mayonnaise creature who's a recessive gene. You dig what I'm saying? Love you, bless you, peace.
Heart been broke.